Here are things that all women, well, almost all women, find attractive in a man. And this is coming from a girl. So, the first one, and this is the one she will never tell you about, is how he carries himself. Ask a woman what she finds attractive in a man, and she will tell you 100 things. His sense of humor, his kindness, the way he makes her feel. What she probably won't say is this: the way he walked into the room. Not what he said, not what he was wearing, just the way he moved through the space. Whether he took it up naturally, or whether he made himself small. This is not something most women are consciously aware of. It's not a checklist item. It's not something she discusses with her friends. It just lands before a single word is spoken, before you even know she noticed. Posture, eye contact, the pace at which he moves, whether he looks like he belongs wherever he is. These things communicate something that no amount of good conversation can fake. So if there is one thing worth working on before anything else, it's that. Not what you say, how you show up.
The second one, and I feel strongly about this one, is that he has something going on. There are few things as quietly unattractive as a man with no direction. And I want to be careful here because this is not about money. It's not about status. It's not about having it all figured out. It's about having something real that you are working toward. A goal that actually means something to you. And more importantly, the discipline to actually go after it. Not just having the dream, going after it. Every day. Even when it's slow. Even when nothing is happening yet. That is what she sees. And here is the part nobody talks about. When you get into a relationship, those goals don't stop. Your life doesn't fold itself into hers. You don't suddenly stop being the person who was building something. You still have your direction, your drive, your own world. And she finds that attractive. Not threatening, not selfish, attractive. Because a man who has his own life doesn't need her to complete him. And there is nothing more grounding than being with someone like that. A man who loses himself in a relationship is just as unattractive as a man who had nothing going on to begin with. Keep going. Keep building. She will notice. Third, and I'll be honest, this one might be a little controversial, but I'm going to say it anyway. Because I know enough women to know that this is real. A man who is decisive is attractive. Not controlling, not demanding, just decisive. He makes the plan. He picks the place. He says, I'll book it for 8. Dress nice. And she doesn't have to carry that. There is something about a man who just handles things that is deeply, quietly reassuring. And I think most men don't realize how much energy it takes to always be the one deciding. When he steps into that, when he just takes care of it, she notices. Not because she can't do it herself. She absolutely can. But because there is something about a man who leads that goes a very long way. So pick the restaurant. Make the reservation. Have a plan. It sounds so small, but it isn't. Now the fourth, and I think this might be the most important one. It's the one that makes the relationship special. Because I know it's not easy. I genuinely do. I have met men who want to be attentive, who are trying, who just don't quite catch the things that women put out there. And women do put things out there. Small things, quiet hints, things we mention once and never repeat. We walk past a flower shop and she says, "Oh, I love tulips." Just like that, moving on, not making it a thing, but she said it, and it meant something. The man who heard it really heard it and shows up the next day with tulips on her doorstep. That man. That is not a grand gesture. That is just attention. That is just, I was listening. And I promise you, that lands harder than almost anything else on this list. You don't have to get it right every time. You don't have to catch everything. But practice noticing. Practice listening for the small things. And then do something with what you hear. That's it. That's the whole thing. And fifth, no excuses on this one. I mean it. Any man can instantly become more attractive by simply dressing better. It does not have to be expensive. It does not require a stylist. It does not need to be complicated. It just needs to be intentional. Find clothes that fit. Find a look that elevates you even just slightly above where you are right now. And here is the simplest possible way to do it. Find someone whose style you like. Someone who has a similar frame to you. Someone on social media, a celebrity, anyone. And copy them. Straight up copy them. I'm serious. That's the advice. Style is not something you're born with. It's something you borrow until it becomes yours. And the difference between a man who has figured this out and one who hasn't is immediate. It is the first thing she sees. You already know what to do. You just have to actually do it. Those are the 5. And I want to leave you with one thought. None of these are about being someone you're not. They are about showing up as the best version of who you already are. That's all she's ever looking for.